Welcome to D-Lab. In the shop today we've got a vintage Traynor Custom Special amp. I think it was a model YBA-3 built in the 60s. This thing runs 4 EL34 tubes, just like a big old Marshall head, right? Well anyway, this one came here locally and it's in pretty bad shape. So I'm going to evaluate it and see if it's worth fixing. Let's go. Alright, we'll start with the top side inspection. You can see she's pretty rusty crusty. Appears as though it has all the original transformers though. Question is, are they any good? Those filter caps obviously are originals. Tube sockets look a little bit contaminated. Maybe some spray paint on them. Yeah, she's in pretty rough shape. I believe this is the power cord for the little fan that's inside the cabinet. Rear panel has a nice primer spray paint job. This thing looks like it maybe sat in some automotive garage. Alright, let's take a look at the bottom and the front. Alright, here's the front panel of the Custom Special. She's a little beat up, some additional decals installed. I don't know if those knobs are original, but if they are, most are missing the little metal caps on the front. Alright. So yeah, she looks pretty rough. Let's take a look inside. Here's the eyelet board. Kind of looks like a Fender eyelet board. Fender type of filament wiring. Those old mustard caps, that's kind of cool. So yeah, you can see these power resistors have really felt some heat. One of them looks like it may have been spewing some smoke. Some wiring going on back here on the power feed. Looks like somebody just wrapped the leads through the fuse holder. Got some additional filter caps. So like I said, those ones on top looked original, so I think somebody's paralleled in these. I believe this is not original. They're just kind of laying there. There's 3 of those big guys. Alright, over here in the corner, a lot of rust. I think she may have been sitting on its side. I'm going to flip it around. Let's take a look at the controls. Alright, viewing it from a different angle. It appears as though all the main front panel controls are stock. This guy though has been added, soldered down to the chassis, so that's probably a negative bias adjustment. But what it comes down to is, will the amp even power up? I think it's been exposed to a lot of moisture. I'm really concerned about the main power transformer. So let's take an ohm meter and buzz out the primary. Alright, a couple of you guys said bring back the B&K. Well, there he is. We're on the 200 ohm scale. So I'm shorting my meter leads. Okay. So these 2 leads are the primaries from the power transformer. The line cord, unfortunately, the end has been chopped off. And if you get in here, you'll find that the wiring doesn't quite make it to the power switch. So I'm going to go direct to the power leads of the transformer. See what we get. Yeah. Hold on, that doesn't look good at all, does it? 0.5 ohm. Okay. It's directly shorted. Let me check to ground, see if this transformer has found its way to the ground. Doesn't look like it. But the primary is shorted right out. I'm not even going to bother to apply power. Unfortunately, that massive power transformer is probably several $100s if you can even find it. Alright, after careful evaluation of the Traynor amplifier, knowing that it probably needs new transformers, not only the power transformer but the other ones have been exposed to moisture, it'd need a complete tube set. I'd have to strip that eyelet board, pretty much rewire it. All the tubes are missing. It's just not worth it, okay? I don't like to just say I'm not going to do it, but in this case, guys, it's not time and cost effective for me to continue with this repair. It needs to be returned to the owner. Possibly it can be a hanger queen if we get something in the future. Unfortunately, I cannot present the repair of the Traynor amp. That's the way it is.